All right, once more around the block, the Cleveland Funny Bus. We have one last ride with the Alan Cox Show this Wednesday night. Bill Squire will be your host. A local comedian will be your tour guide. 90-minute tour leaves from Collision Bend down in the Flats. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't joined us yet, you absolutely should. If you can't make us with it this Wednesday, they do a lot of tours. You can even book your own if you want. Go to funnybus.net for the details. 2 tickets here for you to join Bill Wednesday night on the Funny Bus. Good luck. Caller 10. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Have you ever been impregnated with excitement? Well, it looks like you're showing. Welcome back to your new daddy, Alan Cox.
On WMMS.
Your Cleveland Guardians are set up to play tonight. They're in Baltimore, Maryland. First of 3 tonight against the Orioles. That is a 6:05 start. So we'll get out a couple minutes early tonight, make way for that pregame there. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Wednesday, 6:05 starts. The Guardians, Orioles live from where they play, Camden Yards.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough series. The Orioles are very good.
A very good team right now. Second in the East.
And they're on a hot streak, too.
Yeah, they are.
They're playing well. So.
Well, the Guardians still have 2 fewer losses than the Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, pretty evenly matched teams. So it should be a good time. Comedian Mary Santora is in studio with us today.
What up? What's up, Cleveland?
Hey! Oh, by the way, since July starts next week, we'll be out next week, but July does begin Monday, which means there'll be a new promo code for you to use all month long at CLE Clothing Company.
Fireworks.
You've got 6 days remaining to use the word cardinal at CLE Clothing Company for June. It gets you 20% off whatever you buy, whenever you buy it. Do it in one of their stores. You're walking around. Maybe you're a more tactile shopper. You do it that way. If you shop online, just use Cardinal at checkout, 20% off. And then the new word will begin on Monday. It's not firework.
Freedom.
It's not freedom.
Liberty.
Stripes.
Flag. America.
You're getting warmer.
Eagle.
Stars?
Bars.
Star. Yeah, star.
Star.
Star is the way you're going to want to use the word star for 20% off at CLE Clothing Company.
Rise up, gonna kick a little ass, gonna kick some ass in the USA, gonna climb a mountain, gonna soar a flag, gonna fly on an eagle, I'm gonna kick some butt, I'm gonna drive a big truck, I'm gonna rule this world, I'm gonna kick some ass, I'm gonna rise up, I'm gonna kick a little ass, rock, flag, and eagle.
Yeah, that's how they're playing at the Guardians game when they come back. Kick a little ass. There's an Instagram account called Only in Dade, and I think that it's the Dade County Sheriff's Department that posts these things. Only in Dade.
Marcel Hernandez does stuff for them.
For Only in Dade?
I thought it was Dade.
Only in Dade.
That's how I've read it every single time. Only in Dade.
You never heard of Dade County in Florida? That's where Miami is,
No.
right? Okay. Well, anyway, somebody vandalized a parking lot full of Tesla Cybertrucks.
Yeah, I saw that.
They wrote F Elon on the hood of all these. And people were dunking on Elon Musk. I don't know why. I feel bad for the place selling the Cybertruck.
It's
not
Tesla. I mean, it's...
Yeah, but don't they have, isn't there a place you can go that'll sell you like a used Cybertruck or something?
Are there any used Cybertrucks?
of
I don't think
course.
you're allowed to
Really?
sell them. Like, I think there's... But there's definitely not this many used Cybertrucks. These are this unsold Tesla
Well, yeah, because don't they, again, I don't know anything about buying them, but there are used Cybertrucks all over the internet because once people get these and they go, oh,
This stinks.
this kind of sucks, I want to get rid of it. But my understanding is that Tesla makes it prohibitively difficult to turn around and sell your Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Like somehow it's in the fine print that I don't even know how it works. You know, the thing with Elon Musk is that everything he says, it rarely makes sense. And so you don't know how this thing actually works. I'm sure people who have purchased one, there's a handful of them around Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, it's got a no resell
Clause in the
clause,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know how you can enforce that. If I'm buying
It's
your
yours.
vehicle, it's my car.
I can do whatever I want with it.
Auto Trader's got them. Car Gurus has got them. They're all in like the 150 range for a used Cybertruck. All-wheel drive, 2024.
There's this-
Cyber Beast.
This lady went viral on TikTok that I saw because they were trying to show why a Cybertruck is the perfect family car. And they were doing like a tour, like, one of the things the lady said is that the large trunk space
Yeah.
closes and keeps
I
it
saw that.
dry from rain. But then the lady was stitching it every step of the way going through her minivan. It was like
She drives
this
like a
is-
Honda Element.
Yes, and she's like, you're out of your mind if you think that is better for a family than a minivan. At the very end, the lady says something about the way that you'll look like a badass dropping your kids off. And the lady goes, seat 7. Like, that's like, you'll never look like a badass in front of your kids ever again.
Yeah. Well, anyway, somebody spray painted the F Elon, and I'll show you a little bit of video if you're watching the live stream of the
Yeah, there's just like an empty parking lot where they're storing
unsold
unsold ones.
Yeah, Cybertrucks on the only in
They
date.
started bringing 3 days ago. But
Yeah, so F Elon all over the hood and the doors and whatever. And listen, these are out in the open. So somebody who doesn't like the cut of his jib and has got a can of Krylon, they're just going to jump the thing there. So Mary Santora and the Only in Dade account
Yeah.
is where you're going to want to find that.
Every time I said it like Pitbull says Dale.
Dade!
It says like Dale.
Dade! Only in Dade! F Elon Musk all over. And to be fair, a lot of people have F'd Elon Musk. He just had his 12th kid.
Ugh. Could you imagine? Ugh.
Letting that guy climb on top of you.
No, thank you.
Well, he's got a lot of money, and that's got to be, people have to have dollar signs in their eyes.
His sweaty, weird body.
His third child with one of the execs with his Neuralink company. I guess when you own the company, you don't have to worry about HR or any power dynamics or anything like that. It's a company you own. I'm sure that I'm sure it's no issue for them because he probably says, well, this is a separate company and she's not a subordinate. But if she works for your company, Siobhan Zillis, his third child with this woman, bringing the number to 12.
I think he's a good dad.
I do
No.
not. He
What if
works.
he is?
This is a guy who brags about sleeping in his office. You think he's changing diapers? I mean, he's got pics of him with these children. And if you find a woman who's willing to have more than one child with him, obviously these women are going to know him better than any of us would.
But that's what I mean.
But-
Is it just about money?
Well, what else is it about?
Well,
I mean,
then
the
you're
guy
tethered
can.
to that person for 18 years.
Yes, but there are a lot of poor people who are tethered together for 18 years. At least this guy's rich.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they think he's a genius, and I'm sure that there's probably some thought of passing that alleged genius on to these children.
Someone's got to like him, is my point.
I'm sure there are plenty of
Yeah,
people who
it's
like
cool,
him.
Yeah.
Like, these women probably are, like, actually
I'm
into
sure.
him.
I'm sure that there are. I don't think it's against their will,
No. I'm
but
saying-
there's nobody having 12 kids who's like a great dad. Because if you're a great dad, you go, well, I want to focus on a couple kids. I want to have fun with them.
Hillbillies have 12 kids all the time. They're great dads.
Was that true?
Yeah.
Well.
They take you to the fair, get you a wristband, ride all day, baby. What better dad?
Well, first of all, I don't understand having that many children to begin with. So you lose me from
Well,
the jump.
there's all those
Rich,
studies.
poor, whatever.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
so many studies about how having more than 2 children is like kids are automatically like not getting as much attention as they should.
I'm sure for Elon Musk, it's like a football player or a rapper. I'm sure it's an ego thing. It's a full-on machismo ego thing. Look at all these kids I have. Because, I mean, the guy, you know, he's like a melted
Look at
candle
him.
in a T-shirt.
Yeah,
So,
he's real gross.
you know, but he's got 12 kids now. And it's your life. Do whatever you want. But these kids are coming. Well, like, different women are having kids of his within 1 or 2 months of each other. So it's like the guy's never heard of condoms or something. He just leaves
He
it
doesn't
in.
care.
Huh?
Why would he care? He's got millions and millions and millions of dollars to pay out to have anybody take care of his kids.
Right,
Hire an au
but who
pair.
wants to? I don't care how much money you've got. Why do you want to deal with like all these baby mamas? Why do you want to deal with all
He
of these?
probably doesn't. He probably is like, listen, you're going to deal with your au pair. You're not going to contact me. You're going to get your check every month, and I'll come by when I want to. If you're saying he's not a good dad.
Well,
you know?
listen, clearly there are many women who have been fine with whatever the fine print says. Because I'm sure there's paperwork involved in this.
Oh, yeah, you can't resell a Cybertruck. You think he's just going to willy-nilly leave it in people? Absolutely
Well,
not.
people have done dumber things than that. They've put way more focus on ridiculous details than the things that actually matter. He had his 12th kid a couple of months ago. That was 1 month before another woman had one of his kids. He's had a couple with Grimes, that singer. This is a guy, you know, Elon Musk is another one of these guys who buys into all that collapsing birth rate nonsense. And so, yeah, birth rates are down, but this notion that it's collapsing around the world and he's going to be the guy to, right?
He's
building
nut
a
at a time.
Yeah, he's building a team of children
Seedlings.
that'll grow up and try to go to Mars or whatever. And he gives them all stupid names. So these kids are going to grow up, you know, with plenty of money for therapy. But Grimes is like suing him over these kids. So even if you have a decent relationship with the mom, and the kids are also, I think his oldest daughter like completely wants nothing to do with him.
Why would you?
Because she's trans or something like that. Well, I mean, even with somebody who's a complicated person, if you have a bunch of kids,
Some of them are going to like
yeah,
you.
law of averages says half of them are going to dig you, the other half are not going to. And, you know, there's been tragedy along the way. You know, I think he lost one to SIDS about 20 years back. But he was married. Justine Musk, his ex-wife, was like a legit normal person, I think. Not that these other women aren't. I don't know. I'm just saying that
They got married because they were in love. And
somebody
had
looking at
kids,
Elon Musk and is like, that's the guy. It can't just be that. If he was just regular, you know, guy you met in a bar, wasn't rich, wasn't a fake genius, you wouldn't give the guy a second look. But he's not that guy. And now he's got 12 kids. So it's probably an ego thing. It's probably, you know, whatever. You get a lot of photo ops when you have a bouncing kid on your knee. You know, you can wear a Children of the Future t-shirt and put children on Mars, whatever. So I would think that, you know, if you're a young, accomplished woman in whatever field, because a lot of these women I think were literally coworkers. Grimes is a performer. You know, I would think that if you're a young, accomplished woman and you run into a guy like him, there probably is a period of kind of being entranced by him and enthralled by him. But that's a far cry from letting him leave it in and you're having his kids.
Well,
So
and
that's
you're
where I'm cynical enough to be like, well, that's where the money comes in
Yeah.
and that's where all the other stuff, all the, you know, the signed paperwork.
You're set for life, though.
Because I
if
guarantee
he's paying
you,
how much do you think he pays a month in child support? $100,000?
for 12 kids, you would pay a hell of a lot more than that.
Like
That's what I'm
per
saying.
kid, though.
I'm saying per month.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
or
Per month, per kid.
Per
No
child.
clue.
Probably
And
a lot.
frankly, if you're a shareholder in SpaceX or Tesla or Neuralink, you're like, bro, you know, it's going to be cutting into my dividend.
This says
That's all they care about.
from December of 2023, $20,000 a month for 8 of them to Justine. That does not seem like enough.
No, I don't know. I mean, it's what everybody.
Oh, he went to Texas and they cap it.
Yeah,
They
that's what
capped the child
right.
support.
He wanted to pick up Tesla and move it to Texas because it's going to be great for taxes and all that stuff. Then everybody gets to Texas and they go, "This sucks."
But then that's TikTok. That doesn't count. Never mind. This is $702 million per month in child support. There's no way that's real.
So all I'm saying is like everything trickles downhill. So the more financial responsibilities this guy has to his spawn, the more likely he's going to be like, well, let's see. How can I maximize my dollar? I'll just tell everybody who works for me that they have to move to Austin or they're fired. That kind of stuff, right? Because this guy can't, the butterfly effect, if people who believe in that. This guy's never heard of, this guy likes to leave it in, and a result, you're just somebody working for Tesla, and now you got to move to Austin. Like, great, cool.
You're like in love, and you're like, I got to move, baby. Why? What happened? My boss got another chick pregnant.
Yeah.
So you have to move?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elon Musk nutted, and now I got to pack my crap.
You want to come, or like, what, you
Yeah.
hanging
Well,
out?
he did.
Stop.
So it's like him and Nick Cannon. They might have some secret rivalry going. Yeah. Yep.
It's a new bet you can make on DraftKings. Which one of those is going to end up with more kids? What's the over-under on Cannon v. Musk kids?
Right.
I think he's got 13 right now, Nick Cannon.
I don't
Right.
know.
Nick Cannon has 13 kids?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Alan, he don't deal with baby mamas. You do because you punch a clock. He F's hot chicks and has his accountant take care of it. I don't know if you've seen photos, sir or madam, of these women. With respect, I would not refer to them as hot chicks. And I don't try finding a clock in this place to punch. I don't know what that means, but listen, if you have, and it's not like he has 12 baby mamas, but he's probably got 5. And who the hell wants to deal with that? But again, it's not like they're going in. None of these women are going in with blinders on. So it's more a level of curiosity on my part as to the inner workings of this. But all I'm saying is, however it's worked out, it's probably fair to say that with whatever acrimony exists with him and any of these women, the kids are going to be the last ones considered by him. They'll be considered by their mom, most likely, but they'll be the last ones considered by Elon Musk. And when you have 12, you're going to have a couple favorites. You're supposed to lie and say no, but you're going to have a couple of favorites. If you have 2 or 3 or even 4, you can safely tell your children that you don't have a favorite. You get up to a dozen, just as a human being, find any group of 12 people, you're going to have a couple of favorites.
I'd be like, nah, that one sucks.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're related to them or not. Find a dozen people and tell me you like them all the same.
I have 12 nieces and nephews, and I definitely don't like them all the same.
Yeah.
Flat out.
And you tell them.
Yeah. You get a $100 gift. You get a $12 gift because I don't like you as much.
You say
Sorry.
that to their face.
I do, right to their face.
Alan,
I start
Elon
calling
Musk.
them off by numbers. I go numbers 1, 8, and 12. You guys come with me. You're getting ice cream. Everybody else, you suck.
Yeah, today it's even numbers.
You guys can all share one SpongeBob ice cream.
Right.
Fight over the bubblegum
And
ice.
the eyes are already taken.
Yeah. Elon Musk has a breeder kink, somebody texted. He and his dad both intentionally sought to spread their DNA into the population. This is what I'm saying. Elon Musk is one of these guys who thinks there's population collapse. And because he's a genius, he's just doing the world a favor. And again, it's his money and his jizz, and he can do whatever he wants to do with it. But it's pretty wild. You know, you're a 4-year-old kid and your name is XVL23 and you're trying to go to school with Billies and Tammys
You're not going to school.
and Ariels. Eddie Murphy has a lot of kids, too. That's
Yeah, he
true.
does. Yep.
Eddie Murphy got like a dozen
Doesn't
kids,
George
too.
Foreman have like 9?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
named
he's got a bunch,
George.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Listen, you can afford them. It seems like a lot of people treat kids like props, too. And there's no ego involved in a small, manageable number. And this is none of that Jesus nonsense, you know, where they're having 19 children because they think that they have to, whatever. I don't even know the thought
Build
process
up the
behind
flock.
it.
No.
The flock,
It's
yeah.
usually that they don't believe in birth control of any kind.
Well, no,
Condoms
yeah,
or-
of course. But, you know, do the old pull and pray. A lot of people have done that. Hey, oh boy. Hey, Gaylord. Hello.
Hello.
Oh boy. Hi, Gaylord.
Hi. How's everybody?
Good.
I just wanted to say that my wife and I went to see Mr. Squire, and we had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Where was this? We were burying the lead here.
Old 86 on Friday. You talked about coming.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes, and it was a fantastic time, and Mr. Squire killed it. He, oh my goodness. I had so much fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
And I want to say, you treated me so wonderful. You're such a gracious host. You treat all of your fans so wonderful. Thank you, Bill, for being so nice to my wife and I.
No, you guys are very, very lovely people.
Oh, we love you so much, and we're going to be coming to see you soon here.
Be careful, Gaylord. That's how he finds his girlfriends.
Yep.
Well, my wife is about his mom's age, so
I was talking about you.
Wow. Well, anyway, guys, I just want to say to the fans and all the listeners, if you get a chance, please go see Bill. He has a great show every time he's on stage.
Well,
and
if anybody was on the fence
said,
before that, Bill Gaylord is going to be packing him in there.
Yeah. I hope.
Give you his stamp of approval.
It's a great time, and you'll laugh. I mean, it just cheered me up so wonderfully. And Mary, I want to say, as soon as you're in Cleveland, I want to see you two in person. So I'm counting on that.
Before the end of the year.
Okay.
Before the end of the year, Gaylord.
I hope to get a big handshake from you at least, okay?
All right, thank you, Gaylord. There's Gaylord out there in Wellington who is coming to see you, Mary. Wherever you're going to be. Yep.
Eventually.
Coming to see you wherever you're going to be.
I did a little crowd work with him, talked about his TBI, his traumatic brain injuries, and why he talks the way he does, and it was fun. I posted on my YouTube if you want to check that out. And it was a great show.
You don't often get to do a lot of traumatic brain injury material, do you?
You really don't. Not in a way where you can kind of pick on the person.
Pick on him. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Traumatic brain injury.
He was a good sport. He was actually pretty funny with the back and forth and everything. And his wife is super sweet. It was a good time.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
He's a nice young man.
Old man.
All right, I'm sorry. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a text, 35